Yeah, okay. Hi, America. Okay, quick chat. So, you know how you have gun laws and you argue about them and people get hurt and the rest of the world watches, but mostly stays out of it because it is your country and your issue? Okay, good. So, that is exactly how land reform works in South Africa. You have your daily mass shootings, your debates about who owns guns, how many guns, who should be allowed to carry them, and whether your laws help or hurt your people. We do not interfere, we do not lecture you because we understand that domestic issues are shaped by your history, your culture, and internal power structures. So we let you deal with it. South Africa expects the same respect. We have land inequality that did not appear by accident. It was built into our systems through law and policy over many decades. Fixing that is not revenge, it is governance and stability. It's about correcting something broken so that the country can function better for future generations. And this is the part that people pretend not to understand very much. Land reform is not about kicking people out for how they look. We don't care how people look, and we don't even have the laws to enforce people to have or to not have things based on how they look. Yes, I'm looking right at you again, but I'm not going to get into that right now because our land reform policies are about participation, responsibility, and contribution to the country. South Africa does not want collapse. South Africa wants productivity, food security, ownership, and dignity. We want people who live here to help grow the economy, to respect the law, and invest in the future of the country. If someone does not want that, if they only want control without contribution, then they are free to leave and live somewhere else that suits them better. And that is not radical. That is normal. Every country makes choices about who benefits from its systems. We are choosing to build something shared instead of protecting permanent imbalance. That is still a domestic issue. It does not require outside pressure or threats of financial bullying or political games designed to force policy changes from the outside. So here is the deal. You deal with your gun laws, you deal with your violence problem, you deal with your internal power struggles. We will not interfere. In return, you let South Africa deal with land, sovereignty, and economic reform based on our history and our current needs. Do not try to influence our laws through pressure or sanctions or indirect threats. Do not pretend that this is about morality when this is really about control. We do not want your imported systems that serve elites while leaving the country unstable. That model is no benefit for ordinary South Africans. If our choices make South Africa stronger on the world stage one day, then that's just a result. It's not really the goal. The goal is stability, dignity, and self determination. That should be easy to understand, right? Yeah. Okay. All right then. Good chat. Okay. Bye bye.